Good afternoon. I'm Trooper Linnea Crane. I'm the PIO for Troop E. In just a minute, I'm going to introduce everyone and they'll come out. We're only going to take a few questions. This is an ongoing case and it's very sensitive in nature, so I would appreciate if we can keep some of the questions to a minimum. Okay? First, I'm going to introduce the Troop E commander, Major Brian J. Radishak, the BCI captain, Samuel P. Spezio, and next, the Yates County District Attorney, Todd Casella.
Both sides. All right, good afternoon. I've got a couple prepared comments that I'll read for you, and then we may take a couple brief questions. So in October of 2022, the New York State Police received information that a minor child was subjected to a sexual assault in the town of Starkey, Yates County. The New York State Police Bureau of Criminal Investigations, stationed at SP Horseheads, then began what would become a long and extensive investigation with the assistance of the New York State Police Computer Crimes Unit, stationed at Troop E headquarters in Canandaigua. The investigation was supplemented by members of the New York State Police across Troop E, A, and C, as well as the Holly Hills Police Department in Florida and the Yates County Department of Social Services. This was all done in coordination with the Yates County District Attorney's Office. This investigation resulted in the arrest of 18 individuals from various parts of New York and one from Florida, culminating in a presentation to the Yates County Grand Jury of March of this year. The grand jury voted to file indictments against 8 individuals that it heard evidence against. Andrew Doherty faces the most serious charges of predatory sexual assault against a child, both of which carry mandatory life sentences if convicted, as well as a sex trafficking of a child charge. Micheline Ridley was also charged with predatory sexual assault against a child. The allegations are that these crimes occurred over a number of years in Yates County and in other areas of the southern tier. Of the remaining 10 individuals charged, 5 have already pled guilty in Yates County Supreme Court before the Honorable Jason Lee Cook to various sex offense felonies. And in the upcoming weeks, other individuals are anticipated to appear in court. 2 individuals' cases are still pending in local court. In my 10 years as a criminal prosecutor, I have not seen a case like this, and if not for the hard work of the members of the New York State Police and the others mentioned, that would still be true. With the exception of those who've already pled guilty, all others are accused of the charged crimes and remain presumed innocent unless and until they are convicted. So does anybody have any questions?
Hi, Jacqueline Pierce, 13 Lamb. This is not Andrew Doherty's first brush with the law. I know he's on radar of authorities and he's been on the sex offender registry for many years. What was law enforcement's involvement with him, and were there routine visits and stipulations about where he was allowed to live?
I can't comment on a case that I didn't prosecute or the existence of any prior histories. I know he is a registered sex offender, but outside of that, I have no comment for that.
Are you able to comment on if somebody's a registered sex offender in Yates County, does that subject them to routine visits?
So depending on the level of their sex offender registration would dictate the frequency with which they would have to report to the supervising law enforcement agency for photographing purposes and or for registering if they have a change in address, and the duration of that registration and the intensity of that registration requirement is dictated by the level of sex offense that they're designated at a sex offender registration hearing.
Thank you.
Hi, Isabel Garcia from News 8 in Rochester. In terms of the range of when this abuse happened, it was one child, one individual, correct? And I know that the tip initially came through in October of 2022. How many years, what's the length of
So the predatory sexual assault against a child charges against Andrew Doherty and Micheline Ridley encompass a period of time from 2017 to 2019. So the allegations within all the charges cover from 2017 through to October of 2022.
Would it be fair to call Doherty the organizer of this operation?
That's not something I'm at liberty to comment on.
We're just going to take a few more questions.
Go ahead. Sorry. Just to follow up on that, would this be considered a sex trafficking ring then?
I guess I don't know how you define ring. Andrew Doherty is charged with sex trafficking. He's also charged with compelling prostitution. I don't know what you mean when you say ring. That's not a term that's defined within the statute. I can just tell you what he's charged with, and that would be the extent of that.
Can you just talk about how the girl is doing and what happens to her now?
I'm not going to comment on. She is safe and he's being well taken care of, and that's all I can comment on.
The allegations here are obviously horrific, and as you said, you haven't seen a crime like this in your long career. Can you talk about the difficulty in handling these types of cases, especially when they involve a child?
All cases present with different difficulties, but beyond that, there's not much I could say without getting into the details of the case, so I'm not really comfortable commenting on that.
Just as far as the coordination of
This is gonna be the last question, okay?
I'll give John one. He's in the back.
Okay, John, can we go to John, please? Thank you.
Can you explain the various familial relationships within this case?
I'd rather not, just because given the sensitive nature of this case, I'd want to avoid any comments that would lead individuals in the public to potentially identify who the child victim is.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you all.
Just for logistical purposes,
So we're
We're going to have to go up there.
No, you don't have to say on camera, I'm just wondering.
All the individuals who are indicted have been arraigned.
You guys can start.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank